Well, again, the health insurance industry is in a crisis. 50% of the health co-ops that were engaged in the Affordable Health Care Act have gone bankrupt. The other 50% are just backing out totally. All insurance companies, traditional third-party insurance companies, all they're doing is raising their premiums 41% to 60%, 41% to 60%, and they're also raising their deductibles from $300, $600 to $6,000. People are bailing. Businesses that are hit by the recession are cutting people from full-time jobs below 29 hours so they can be paid as part-time and don't get any benefits. They're losing their insurance. And so I urge you to contact your Youngevity associate and ask for the book, CD, and DVD, Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Get a hold of the book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. And then there's a bundle of new tools. It's called The Truth About Nutrition. It's a book, a CD, and a DVD. And the Osmonds, Jimmy Osmond is actually the director and producer of this, member of the Osmond family. They remember the Osmonds on TV, and Donnie and Marie. And this is all new stuff. And this little bundle, the book, the CD, and the DVD, covers an enormous amount of basic information, introduces to people the fact that nutrition is very important for your genes, your DNA, RNA, and telomeres to work. You can have the best genes in the world, but if you're missing nutrients, if you're missing or have a reduced level of any one of the 60 essential minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids, you're going to be sick or you're going to die early. This is one of the reasons why our kids will be the first generation Americans that do not live as long as their parents. Well, I'm not prepared to sit there and do nothing. And so we're working hard here at Youngevity. I'm here to tell you that we're picking up a minimum of 10,000 new people a month. It's actually growing quite rapidly, okay? It's even getting above that. And so we need help. And so you want to contact your Youngevity associate. And if you work your Youngevity business as a business, if you're a customer, you're going to get the wholesale prices and so forth. That's wonderful. We want you to do this. That will be a wonderful thing for you and your family. But if you're going to help other people and you do the Youngevity business as a business, you're eligible for an enormous amount of tax breaks that heretofore only the billionaires got. You get the same tax breaks that billionaires got. We don't want to take away tax breaks from billionaires because then they'll be gone for everybody. We want to get those tax breaks, and you cannot get them as an employee. You can only get them as a business owner. So contact your Youngevity associate and ask for the book, Wall Street for Kids, and learn how to be profitable, learn how to maximize your tax breaks with your home office. Mileage is like 57 cents a mile and so forth for tax deductions for your for gas. And then you're looking at the same percentage you get for your home office. You get tax deductions for utilities, also for your requirements necessary to qualify for Youngevity. You get a check from us. Those can be paid for by your company. And you say, well, I don't make that much money. I just started. Well, what's going to happen here is you've been paying for these things anyway out of your own pocket. So you might as well then write the check to your Youngevity business, whatever your Youngevity business name is, and then you have your Youngevity business write a check to these entities like your life insurance, your health insurance, your fitness center, and to pay for your qualifying products so that you get a check from us. And it all becomes tax deductible because it's in your business plan, which says that your company will provide these things for you and your dependents. Okay, you need to read that book, Wall Street for Kids, and see you can get back most of or all of your withholdings. But you're going to have to be proactive and own your own little Youngevity business, and you'll be able to have access to all these tax deductions that billionaires heretofore have had. Now, here's the beauty of this. You're going to be able to learn how to do a physical for $4.50. You can weigh yourself. You can take your own pulse. You can take your own blood pressure. You can get the test strips from a pharmacy that your doctors will use for a $2,000 physical, right? You get the test strips for blood, for urine, also for an equivalent of a colonoscopic exam. Totally, for all three test strips, you're looking at $4.50 instead of $2,000. And then, of course, when you find out what you got going on there, if you have need to change your lifestyle, your diet, add things to your diet, take away things from your diet, supplement properly, again, you want to contact your Youngevity associate, ask for the books, DVDs, and CDs, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, the book, and there's CDs and DVDs associated with it too, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, and the bundle called The Truth About Nutrition, the book, the CD, the DVD, is a Osmond's Productions, right? This is Jimmy Osmond was the director and the producer of this. They followed me for almost 2 years, capturing my lectures, my slides, my presentations, testimonies of really, I don't know how many's on there, a lot of testimonies from people who have benefited from a lifestyle change in the supplement program. And you will be amazed at what you can do for yourself and the people you love. Do not let your doctor take total control of your health. That is the worst possible thing that can happen. Okay? Probably one of the worst things that ever happened to America and for our health was health insurance, because people say, well, I don't have to worry about it. If I get sick, insurance will pay for it. And doctors just love that, right? And so even though there are cures available, doctors don't want you to be cured because they won't make much money if it takes 3 weeks to cure you. But if they have to treat you for 25 years, instead of curing you for, say, $500, they might make $750,000 by treating you for 25 years. Reconsider it. Get second opinions. Look at all your options, and then decide. Dead Doctors Don't Lie, Epigenetics, and the Truth About Nutrition. And we'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. Okay. Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, this is one that I think vindicates you. As I've got a CNN story that's headlined, "These cuisines could help you live longer." And what they're talking about, how some cultures have more centenarians than other cultures, is something you've been talking about for a number of years. And they say it's no secret that certain populations around the world live longer and produce a greater number of centenarians than others. You say just how they do this remains something of a mystery. I don't think you think it's a mystery. And they say, but the clues indicate that it could all be down to the food. According to David Katz, he's the president of the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. He says there are 5 cultures around the world with the highest proportions of centenarians globally, and they call these blue zones, places in Europe, South America, Asia, and the United States where people live longer and largely free of chronic disease. And they're located in Icaria, Greece, Okinawa, Japan, Ogliastra, Sardinia, Loma Linda, California. That kind of surprised me on that one. And Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica. They say fundamentals are minimally processed plant foods. The dangers of the increased Western appetites for processed foods have well been researched, and particularly their links to cancer, obesity, diabetes, and other diseases. And they say in Okinawa, Japan, their diet is a lot of vegetables and rice and fish. And they say the foods are heavily plant-based, and meals are often made up of dishes that are rich in protein but low in calories. Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica, beans and native tubers such as yams, sometimes eaten with a small portion of meat. You see, in all these blue regions, people are active and full of life, fueled by what they're eating. And they say that, once again, minimally processed foods. They said project found that the people in this region were twice as likely as the average American to live to the age of 90, eating early and minimally have been shown to have positive results. Not just the type of food, but the amount of the food is important. So they're eating these low-caloric diets. And they talked about Asian spices, and spices like turmeric and ginger that have anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. And in Sardinia and Italy and Icaria, Greece, regions where they're hardworking and they're agrarian cultures, and it's a personal production of their own food, keeps them fit, and they have fresher foods. And then they are extolling the virtues of the Mediterranean diet. I know you're not a big fan of that. And, of course, Loma Linda, California. The reason for that one, of course, is because that's where a lot of Seventh-day Adventists live, and they have very strict rules about their diet, exercise. They avoid meat and dairy, and that's basically a low-fat vegan diet. So, once again, it vindicates you. But the main thing that I saw out of this, though, Doc, is that they missed the fact that, with probably the exception of Loma Linda, all of these regions are rural regions where they don't have a lot of access to medical care.
Exactly right. And, of course, when you look at the top 20 longevity cultures, which are in the books Immortality, that's my book, Immortality. We looked at the top 20 longevity cultures according to the National Geographic, which include the blue zones, and rare earth bin cures, and also epigenetics, the death of the genetic theory of disease transmission. Those 3 books cover all this. And they have 40 times the 100-year-olds we do. They have 100-year-old per 250 of their population. We have 100-year-old per 10,000. And it's not only avoiding the bad stuff, but it's also, they're all third-world cultures with the exception of below Melinda. And guess what? They're still using wood for fuel. They're still putting wood ashes into their gardens, which are their source of nutritional minerals. And everybody else in the world, the first-world countries, have doctors and electricity. Two bad things. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to New Jersey, and Vernie, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Vernie, you're on the air.
Hello, doctor.
Hi, how can we help you?
I'm calling because I would like to know if it's any kind of mineral or any way that you could help my sister right now. She's going with cancer. And if it's anything that could help her.
Okay, how much does she weigh?
Well, she weighs about 165 or 70.
Okay. Now, since she's your sister, you would know a little bit about her. Do you know if she had asthma or bronchitis as a kid?
Asthma, I don't think so.
Okay. What about...
About 20 years ago, she had blockage moved from her intestines. And she survived up until now. But now she had the fibroid... what's it called?
Thyroid?
Hemorrhoids.
Oh, hemorrhoids. Okay. Well, that's not life-threatening. So let's kind of move away from that. What I do need to know, did she have any skin problems? Any eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis?
No.
Okay. Does she have children?
She had 2 children.
Okay. Did they have any of these problems, or did they have any illnesses?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Do you have any of these problems?
Did who?
Do you, Vernie? Okay.
Oh, doctor, I have quite a few problems. I have osteoporosis and diabetes and esophageal problems and high blood pressure, high cholesterol.
Okay. Did you say stomach problems?
Yes, I have digestive problems.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, very good. Charmaine.
Yes.
Okay. Vernie's sister has cancer, and Vernie has like 8 different health problems herself, plus bowel problems. What do you think is going on here?
They have a gluten intolerance, probably.
Absolutely. I believe you're correct there. And what would you do to help somebody who has serious cancer, and what would we do to support their immune system, which is their best friend when you have cancer? What would you do to support their immune system?
Well, they need to get on a gluten-free diet immediately. No bad foods like, no burnt animal fat, no fried foods, no oils of any kind, no, canola oil, no salad oil, no
olive oil, no coconut oil.
None of that. Mm-hmm. And then they need to take 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. Mm-hmm. And I would add to that the BTT 2.0 tablets, the Fucoid Z, the Immortalium, and the Ocean's Gold.
Absolutely. And all that is to support the immune system, which is your best friend when you have any kind of malignancy. And keep in touch with us, if you would, please, Vernie. Every couple of weeks, let us know how your sister is doing. If there's, any status change, she goes to a doctor and they give her a report, we need to know that. We'll walk you guys through this. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Dan, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Dan, you're on the air.
Yes, sir. I'm calling for a 90-year-old woman. She had a chest scan that revealed she has a tortured aorta, and also she has swollen legs and feet so much so she can't put her shoes on. Is there any supplements you could recommend for this condition?
Okay, tell me about her aorta again. I missed that first word you said. She has a what kind of aorta?
Tortured.
Tortured. Ooh, that sounds ugly. Okay.
I believe it's a blockage.
Well, yeah, maybe a blockage, maybe an aneurysm, maybe dissecting aneurysm and so forth. But she's got a problem with her aorta. Okay. And what does she weigh? What does this 90-year-old lady's weigh?
She's a little overweight. I don't know her exact weight, but she is carrying a few extra pounds.
Okay. Is she your size or smaller?
Oh, she's probably 5'8" and maybe, I don't know, 160 pounds or so.
Okay. 160 pounds. Okay. All right. What would you do, Charmaine, for a 90-year-old lady who weighs 160 pounds, and she has an aortic problem? Of course, you know some people have had severe, inoperable, aortic problems. And what would you do for this individual to support maintenance and repair of the cardiovascular system?
Well, I'd give her 2 healthy brain and heart packs, and then I would add to it, I would add glucogel, too. And
good for a source of collagen, exactly right.
Yeah.
I'd have her take 2 large bottles of glucogel, so you can have 15 of those glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner. Excuse me. And I would also throw in, what would you do to get stem cells going to help support maintenance repair going on in that aorta?
She could add the Fucoid Z and or the Immortalium.
Exactly. Yeah, in this case, I prefer the Immortalium, but you're very good. You get an A+. The Immortalium, I'd have her take 2 or 3 of those tablets twice a day. The Immortalium would be 2 bottles a month. That's going to support stem cell activity in all tissues, including the aorta. And the goal here is to give her genes, DNA, RNA, and telomeres that actually are involved in the maintenance repair of the aorta, give them the raw materials they need to accomplish that job. Medical doctors and the medical system have the false belief that the genes are autonomous. They're going to do what they're going to do. You got good genes, you're going to get good results. You get bad genes, you got bad results. That's not true. Good genes require stuff to actually function properly and to do their job, and they need raw materials to make stuff, okay? And so without the 90 essential nutrients, you can have the best genes in the world, you're not going to get maximum benefit. And so, give us a call every couple of weeks. Give us a call, Dan, every time she goes in for an exam and gets a report. Keep us, involved in this. Keep us informed, and we'll walk you guys through this. Okay, let's see here. Doug, do we have time to start another one? Nope. Well, that answers that question. Well, stick with us, folks, and we'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Youngevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to India. And Sam, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
India?
Hello, Dr. Wallach, this is Sam.
Okay, Sam, hello. How can we help you?
Yeah, I am into Youngevity for past 1.52 years.
Okay.
And I have a question about one client. It's IgA nephritis, and scar tissue is detected in the biopsy.
Okay. Nephritis, are you on dialysis?
Yeah, on dialysis, hemodialysis 2 or 3 times a week.
Is this yourself or somebody else?
It's for my friend.
Okay. Male or female?
Male. He is 100 pound, 5.6 inch, 5 feet 6 inch.
Okay. And does he have any other issues? Type 2 diabetes? Does he have high blood pressure?
No high blood pressure he has, no type 2 diabetes.
Okay. And does he have any arthritis?
There is no arthritis.
How old is this guy?
He is 40 years old.
Okay.
Pardon?
Yeah, I said, all right, very good. All right. So, and you're actually calling us from India?
Yeah, right, India. I'm from southern part of India called Kerala.
Okay, very good. We actually have the Dead Doctors Don't Lie CD, not only in English, but in Punjabi. I don't know if your second language is Hindi or Punjabi. We're working on Hindi right now for the CD, but we do have Punjabi and in English, okay, for our book, CD and DVD, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, so you can get some information to pass on to them. But, Charmaine, this is a good one for you. There's a 100-pound guy, 40 years old, has high blood pressure, maybe secondary to he's on hemodialysis 3 days a week, has to go into the dialysis lab because he has a kidney failure, and he does have some scar tissue in his glomeruli by actual biopsy. So what would you do for this guy?
I would get him on a healthy brain and heart pack, and I would add the Ultimate Daily Classic, the Cardio Sticks, and the Niacin Plus.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. And what would you do about the diet?
Well, obviously a gluten-free diet and no burnt animal fat. Well, they don't eat animals anyway, but no oil, obviously.
Yeah, no oil. And this is the problem here. When you have kidney failure, usually there's little or nothing wrong with the kidneys. I'm assuming this guy's urinating because he's only getting dialysis 2-3 times a week instead of 6 times a week, so he's probably urinating a little bit. Also, he's got high blood pressure, and so one healthy brain and heart pack per month. And then, if Char's correct, exactly correct, I would also add 2 bottles a month of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. 1 of the Ultimate Cardio Sticks. Go ahead and make it up, tear open the top of that pouch, pour it into the bottle of water, drink half of it at breakfast, take the other half at dinner time. That'll be 1 box a month. They come in boxes of 30. And then the Ultimate Niacin Plus, time-release, non-flush. I'd have them take 1 of those twice a day. It's 1 bottle a month. And this is all designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries into the kidneys, and also to support and promote healthy blood pressure. Okay? And the 90 essential nutrients you're going to find in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack is going to give every tissue in this gentleman's body raw materials for their genes, DNA, RNA, and telomeres to function properly and for proper physiology to take place. All the cofactors for energy production, utilization, and repair, and so forth. And these things are missing out of our diets today. And, of course, in large countries like India, once they went to electricity from wood as fuel, all these problems appeared because they lost their source of nutritional minerals, which was, in fact, the wood ashes, which are really plant minerals. And they went to electricity. You have to supplement to make up the difference. So Char is exactly correct. If you would, please, Sam, give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know how your friend is doing. We want to know every time he goes in for a blood test to see the status of his blood pressure. We need to know that. We need to know the status of his creatinine and GFR, glomerular filtration rate, and we'll be able to walk you gentlemen through this. We have really seen some wonderful, wonderful results when people change their diet and lifestyle, and then they throw in the nutrients to help support proper physiology and function. Okay. Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to California. And Melinda, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Melinda. You're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Hi.
I had a friend that he was in the hospital with sepsis, and we called and that time pharmacist Ben suggested that to get a healthy heart start pack and the nightly essence to focus on his digestion. So we got the Ultimate Enzyme Sweeties, Niacin Plus, Fucoid C, and the Flora FX, and he's doing much, much better.
Okay. Now, you said he went into the hospital for what reason?
For sepsis.
Sepsis, so he had blood infection?
Yes.
And now, is he getting IV antibiotics in the hospital?
Yes, he did. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this your husband?
No, it's a friend.
A friend.
But he has cyst on his pancreas, and he has that pain in his stomach still. And he said that he has insomnia, anxiety, and no energy.
Okay. And what's going on with his pancreas again?
He has cyst.
Cyst, okay. All right. And this certainly can cause pain if they're growing, if those cysts are growing. Very good. They tend to be benign, but they can be space-occupying, and just because they're distending the pancreas can cause pain. And how much does this fellow weigh?
160 pounds.
160.
160.
Okay.
He's 6 foot,
okay.
feet.
Well, I would just keep doing what you're doing since he's getting better. But you have to. I'd also. What would you recommend that Melinda's friend use on a daily basis to kind of keep bugs down? Take orally, and also, what would you use topically on the skin?
Well, you could take Killer Biotic.
Yep, I'd have him take 3 of those twice a day. Good. That'll help kind of. There's 8 herbs in there that support the immune system, and 2 of them have antimicrobial properties and kill bugs. What would you put on his skin for personal hygiene?
He could put colloidal silver on his skin.
Yeah, if he has any lesions. Well, what about washing his hands? What would he wash his hands with?
Oh, you could wash his hands with PureWorks. And
PureWorks soap, liquid soap. And then, of course, we have the spray, and we have the foam, and we have the lotion. And he should be smearing this PureWorks all over himself. And again, as Char says, a couple of drops of our Envision colloidal silver and a couple ounces of water once or twice a day, taken orally. and then he'll absorb some of it into his body in general, but also it'll help knock down the bug load in his intestines. Oftentimes this is where sepsis occurs. He might have dental problems also, but wherever there's an infection, colloidal silver really supports the immune system and actually can kill bugs. So give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know how your friend is doing, because it goes back to the doctor after they leave the hospital and gets another report. Give us an update. Okay, let's see here. Doug, we have time to start another one?
No, we're just about at break time.
Okay. Well, I remind people, if you're going to do the Youngevity business as a business, contact your Youngevity associate and ask for that trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Be Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy, and learn how to deal with over 900 different diseases. And we'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Tennessee. And Lee, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Lee, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Wallach. I'm 74 years old, and I've got a little high blood pressure, not excessively, but I've had a couple of cardiac stents put in my heart arteries, and one was about 20 years ago, one was about 5 years ago. And the doctors are trying to get me to take a medication called Effient. Have you ever heard of that?
No, sir, don't know it. What is it supposed to do?
It's supposed to prevent further clogging of the arteries.
Mm-hmm.
It's, let's see, the technical, the chemical name is prasugrel.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything
chloride.
to me. Nah, I'd have to look it up. Don't have time to do that. Okay.
Okay.
How much do you weigh, sir?
130.
Okay. Do you have any other issues other than high blood pressure and a history of coronary stents being installed? Do you have any, for instance, like diabetes or arthritis?
No, my bladder wasn't working quite right, and I've been taking some steps about that. I've forgotten the name of the stuff they.
Okay. Well, do you have a history of a back problem, low back problem?
No.
Okay. Do your knees pop and crack when you squat down?
Well, just because I'm 74, everything pops and cracks.
Okay. And how much have you shrunk since you were 20? How much have you shrunk in height?
I think I'm about the same height that I always was. I came out of high school, about 5'8".
Okay, well, make sure you measure yourself and see if you're truly 5'8" or if you're 5'6". You want to test it out, right? Trust but verify. You want to check it out. I would be amazed if you're exactly the same height as you were in high school. But like you say, everything's popping and cracking, so you do have some osteoporosis, you've got some arthritis, and that can go along with high blood pressure. And what is it you weigh?
Oh,
you said 130 pounds.
140.
Yeah, my hand was covered the number there. I'm sorry. Okay, Charmaine, what would you do for this fine gentleman, Lee, 74 years old? He has stents put in his coronary artery, and he has high blood pressure, and he's got some arthritis.
I would get him on a healthy brain and heart pack, and I would also add the cardio sticks, the Niacin Plus and the Ultimate Daily Classic, and I would also add the glucogel for the other
You get an A+, yep. Yeah, one healthy brain and heart pack, and divide everything in half, take a half a dose during the breakfast and dinner, and then also get the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. I'd get 2 bottles a month, so you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. Get 1 box of the Ultimate Cardio Sticks, a box of 30. You can take 1, put in a bottle of water in the morning, drink half of it in the morning, put in a refrigerator, and then drink the second half in the afternoon. Get 1 bottle a month of the Ultimate Niacin Plus, 1 bottle a month, so you can take 1 at breakfast, 1 at dinner time. And the Niacin Plus is time release and non-flush. It and the Ultimate Cardio Sticks and the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets are designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries, to support and promote healthy blood pressure. And Shar, what causes blocked arteries? Is it cholesterol?
No. It's oils, like olive oil.
Yeah, inflammation caused by oxidized oils. Okay, so we're talking about fried foods, processed meats with nitrates and nitrites. We're talking about oils, microwave popcorn, theater popcorn, olive oil, coconut oil, margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oils, because they all oxidize and turn into trans fats, heterocyclamines, and acrylamides. They cause inflammation to the lining of the arteries, and the artery responds by making scar tissue, which becomes the plaque, not cholesterol, not saturated fat. That was a big failed theory. And then, of course, you want to make sure that there's no gluten, so you can maximally absorb the nutrients. Okay? That would be you. You want to make sure, Lee, that you're no gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats. That would include any dog food in the house, cat food, bird food, fish food, spouse, partner, renter, mother-in-law, anybody in the household. Everybody's got to be gluten-free. Otherwise, you're not gluten-free. Well, thank you, everybody. Had some great testimonies today, great questions. Thank you so much, Shar, A+, super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug and Sam, superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.